We are live, and it's the three wise pet pros on Wise Wednesdays. I hope everybody has
Woo!
a wonderful day today because it also starts with W. Ladies,
We're
yes.
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
wonderful.
Yes. Super wonderful.
All right. Well, bringing in our topic, we are talking about aquariums and the best fish to have when you have an aquarium. All things aquarium. So let's go underwater. Let's take a deep dive and
Okay.
see what we got to say today. Okay. With the three wise pet pros. Um, Remember that this is a group where we are here to educate and learn from our viewers, our followers, and we don't make any health claims. Um, None of that. We're just here to share what we have, the experiences that we've been through, and gain from you so you can gain from us. I told my students this week, I said, if I didn't have you, I wouldn't have a job. So I need you. You are the main. We were talking about the word main. And I said, you are the main reason I'm here. I said, but just like I need you need me. So we have to work
Um,
together. So that's what we do with the three wise pet pros. And I am
Yes.
that was,
one of
oh my
thank
goodness.
you.
I
Oh my,
Thank you.
oh.
Yeah, but I gotta retire. It's too much.
What's it
Yeah.
all
And
Yes,
right?
I hope one of
ma'am.
my students is not watching on YouTube or yeah, because they find me. I saw you on YouTube. It was the three something, and so I saw you. Yes, it was. Yes, sweetheart, it was. Thank you for watching.
Your
Like and subscribe.
interpretation.
I can't even tell her to hit the ding-a-ling button, just because that might not come out right. So, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Well, you know
So,
what?
ladies,
I mean, what? Yes. Were you gonna say some more?
no, I was just wondering how have y'all been?
I've
Oh, I love
been.
that aquarium.
I know. So beautiful. Yeah, I've been doing fantastic. Had a great day today. Got to work with Vet Tony here. We had some calls. It was a good day, nice and smooth. Just the way I like.
Most
What about
definitely.
you, Tony? How you been?
Piggyback right off of you, working with you today. We ended the day with a hug. That's one negative to the three wise pet pros is our Nicole is way down there, but we're gonna have to make a road trip down there this summer. Even if it's just like 24 hours, like we come down there, we, get live. And when I say get live, I mean get
That's
live.
good. Three Rise Pet Pro style.
Yes. We never know. We might have an event or something coming up. We'll have to check that out because last year August we were we came to Tennessee where we met Nicole
Yeah.
for the first time, and then we went down to Atlanta. But I know that's like it just made me just think of the moments that I had with Tanira, like having a day-to-day base with you as well, Miss Nicole, Miss Nick. That would just add that much more spice and flavor to every day. But we're gonna have this. You're gonna retire and we're gonna be maneuvering. People will be like, "Where you at, Tanira?" I'm down in Tennessee. Where you at, Tony? We over in California right now. We about ready to do
Right.
that. So
I love it.
I vision that and I foresee it and I'm calling it out. And so yeah, today was a great day working with Dr. Tanira. Um, you know, Happy faces, some sad faces today, just doing what we do, but making it all accommodatable for our clients so that, they can leave us those good Googles saying, "Oh, they're so sweet and so caring." We like you,
Yeah.
thank you. But, it's not always easy. People are like, "How you do that?" I do it because exactly for what I just said. To
Yeah.
hear people say that they appreciate us for being there for them in a sensitive time in their lives. So
Yeah.
yeah, today was a great day.
It was great. And speaking of sensitive, I'm feeling a little sensitive tonight because the topic is one that I'm gonna have to like sit back a little bit and take in, which is actually great because this is one of the things that we excel at here at the Three Wise Pet Pros: learning, not thinking we know everything, being open to new things. And so tonight's topic, aquariums, fish, all that stuff. Like I know we got a couple of our experts on the line. I see we got Robert Crazy Air Holmes. We got Paul Frazier.
Great
Both
evening.
good evening. What I know of fish, I'll just start because I feel like I'm gonna let y'all just fill in all the meat and stuff. But well, I did go fishing with my dad growing up a little bit, but also he always had a beautiful tank in the house, like he still does. It's just like fish, beautiful. He would go around to the pet store, get a bag, get them acclimated, release them. It's just a whole thing for my whole life. And so it's always been a positive thought. It's always been a positive thing, fish, but I ain't know anything about them. Like I mean, other than just minor, like different diseases, ick, I heard about that. And I know he just really took really good care of the tank. So that's all I know.
Hey, that's a lot right there. Because I'm pretty sure if we said something, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I remember."
That's true. That's true. It could be. But I'm gonna pass the ball. Miss Nicole, softball, tossing it over to you. What do you know about fish?
Yeah, I know a lot. Well, not a lot. Um, I do know that cichlids, African cichlids, are my favorite fish because if you get the water, the pH right, you get the temperature right, they will reproduce, and you will basically never have to purchase another fish. You will have to. I actually one year had to start selling fish, like
Well,
because I had so many that they kept reproducing, and I had so many hiding spots, and I'm like, oh, it's a baby. Oh, it's more baby. And so I had to start posting like, hey, come get these fish. Because I can't. So I do love African cichlids. They are my favorite. I have two 75 gallon aquariums. They need maintenance. I will say that. One, I need to balance. I need to do a water change and do the, make sure the nitrites and the nitrates are perfect. I got a log that I'm kind of trying to water log. It is taking a long time. But I do love my aquariums, and they are less maintenance than puppies. I'll say that.
Majorly less.
Yes. It's a lot, but you know, a lot less than puppies. So Tony, what about you? Your aquarium looks nice and balanced back there.
I see a comment here real quick. I'm sorry. Someone about the cichlids. Robert said he loves cichlids. I'm building a tank right now.
building.
Ooh. So
I
that might
love
be
to
another.
hear when they say that they're building. That video that Paul, and if you're still watching, thank you so much for that, because that hit my page on a lot of different levels. That was like epic. Like I owe you a cash app or something for that.
Oh.
Um, yeah, it
Boss
was
is
it
my
was
next
awesome
creator.
because he kept saying it's levels to this, and it's levels, and if you want them to get bigger, you
Mm-hmm.
expand the space. And I think that was an awesome video. That's just like for us. If you want to get bigger, expand your
In
space.
the space.
Yes.
Most
So,
definitely.
Paul, that was great. Thank you. I appreciate that. It took me in a bunch of different directions. So, yeah, um, having that space for them and not overcrowding them,
Yeah.
it makes a difference, and you can see it over time, and it's very relaxing. I remember being in my apartment where I had I think it was a 30 gallon, and I had a couch in front of the aquarium, and I would just lie on the couch and just watch the fish go from end to end. But it was very relaxing. So I've never been able to do live plant. So Tony, I don't know if you have live plants there.
I currently do not have live plants. Actually, I put the screen up there, and it was like you can see the screen inside the fish tank.
Oh,
Okay. So, no, I have not. I did try to do that a few years back, but like how you were saying with the different levels of pH and levels of nitrates and all that, that
Yeah.
goes into play because we know that Tony loves her plants. But that one I haven't taken the time to conquer because I bought some and put them in there, and they was like they were gorgeous and beautiful for a few days, and then if your nitrate levels are high, then your plants was like too much plant food basically, and it burns them down, and then all of a sudden it becomes fish food. Um, but definitely would like to advance into that. So I have 3 new cichlids in here right now. Um, Connection through Paul. I don't know if Andy is joining us tonight. So I'm excited because I have been wanting to switch, but I want a new tank. But unlike Miss Nicole with the 275 gallons over here, this is just a 55. I won't say just a 55 because I can remember when I just had a 10 gallon. So this is a 55-gallon tank here. And so I have 3 cichlids in here right now, and there's a couple of fish that were hiding from me before I put them in here. And because before I had tropical freshwater fish. So my water level or temperatures were like 70 to 80. So kind of like what the same thing as the cichlids need. The cichlids can be like 75 to 85. Like they can be in like warm waters because like the African waters, the temperatures are warmer than like just your freshwater or tropical fish because tropical waters can be a little bit cooler as well. So I know a little bit about aquariums. I mean, I've had aquarium. I mean, I've lived in my house for 20 years. And even when I had my apartment, I can remember having a smaller tank, but I've always had a fish tank, and it's like you said, it's relaxing. Like I'm facing this way right now, but I can literally turn this chair around and just sit here in the dark and be like, oh, look at the fish. Just keep swimming, keep swimming.
Yeah. Even the sound of the water going through the filter is, I usually keep my house dark. This is the most light you'll probably ever see here. But walking through the house with the night lights in the hallway and the rooms, just hearing the water is relaxing,
Mm-hmm.
having the light on and seeing them. And Tony, you were saying that even with the 10 gallon, you've always had fish. I remember when we were actually allowed to have classroom pets. Um, I would have beta fish, and you can only have one male and the other females. And I would allow the students to I would allow one student to take the fish home. It would be the student of the week. They would be able to take the fish home on the weekend. They would be sent with, and you can tell how times have changed because we can't really have classroom pets right now. But they would go home with a list of things that they needed to make sure that they did and did not do with the fish. And they were always so excited, to take that fish home, to care for it and bring it back. They were babysitting, they were fish sitting.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I love my aquariums. Yeah.
definitely. And
Um,
speaking, you mentioned filters, and I was just actually asking Robert if he might be able to show his filter because he created a filter through plants. I really don't even know, but it's amazing. I can't.
He
I don't.
did.
Yeah. So I
that
was trying to
okay.
see
So,
if
we need to do a Zoom
if we
just
sent
for
you an
him.
invite, would you be able to show? Wait a minute. You just sent me.
Yeah,
Um,
but probably not tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, but
um,
that listen. So listen. Oh my God. Okay, so wait. So I do plants too, right?
right.
And I have this monstera that is going crazy. So every time every time I cut it and put it in just water. But when I put it in just water, let me show y'all this. Hold on. This is so crazy. This is not the typical Three Wise Pet Pros tonight. Hold on.
Is it ever?
I know. Well, I'm looking at some of my plants in water.
So
right
every
now.
time I cut it
The ZZ.
and put it in, when I put it in the water, you see all these roots that start coming up? So I could take this plant. You see the root hairs? I could take this plant and put it in soil, but I feel like I could also take it and put it in a larger glass container and it would
Mhm.
still keep growing. So I wonder what would happen if I put a plant like this in my aquarium and just let it be. Like, how would my ecosystem work? Like, what would y'all see that? Y'all see all those roots?
Man, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
that's very healthy.
Yeah, and that's only in this small container, and I got three like very healthy leaves on there. And it's been sitting on my dining room table for about a month. So yeah,
Mhm.
I would like to see about that filter from Crazy Air Homes. Um,
I was trying to figure
these
out
are
how to
always
implement.
swimming.
Trying to figure out what.
I was trying to figure out how to send an invite to um Crazy Air.
I mean, I could send it. I don't know if he didn't
Oh
really.
yeah, I think if you send him that link, then I can add him in. Perfect.
Okay, well, I'll send this to you in case you are able to get on, Robert. But if not, that's fine too. Okay, I just said that. So,
So like the water quality. So we talked about cichlids. So there are also different types of aquariums. Like, we're obviously talking about this African cichlid and the types of fish that you can have in them. And that kind of like runs in together because, of course, if you have a cold water tank, then you probably have a freshwater tank. If you have like a Nemo, a clownfish, then you probably have a saltwater tank. So the the one thing about this out of those three is that for sure the saltwater is like one of the most expensive. It has to be maintenance, and
Yeah.
I don't know how it is like on a day-to-day basis, but I know keeping that like if you think about our ocean and how adding different things into it and things that aren't like pollution per se, that it can like kill off the fish in that area. The same thing, like if you bringing something into a smaller tank, if you're not maintaining it based on its ecosystem and the levels that it needs to maintain it, you didn't pay like $200, $3 $300 for a fish, and you can like it'll be dead tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the cichlids that I have in here, they're pretty nice size. They're like 3 inches, and there's one big one. He's hiding in there. I'll post those on our page. It was a connection, like I said, through Paul, with Andy, and I wasn't expecting them to be that big. I thought they was gonna get some little like minnow type fish. And so when I got them, and I have a dragon, I forgot the name of it, Paul. You can put that in the chat. A dragon something, and then an albino something.
something.
But I was just so happy. The one fish that I was able to leave in here is my angelfish, and I've had that one for probably about 4 years. Because the angelfish can pretty much stand its own. Considering the size of the cichlids, I wouldn't have put them in there if they had been like 6 inches or something like that. But with the 3-inch fish that I have, the angelfish that I have, he's holding up pretty good in there because I used to have 5 angelfish. I have one. They definitely will dominate. But I also have lots of hiding places. That also plays a factor when you keep an aquarium. And adding different fish to the tank, because they will find a place where, like within the space, they'd be like, this is my corner. I was at the barbershop down with Paul the other day, and his is more open space. And it was literally, he has a barracuda in his. And that barracuda was like, why is you over here? He was like, and it was like, you get over there, because this side of the tank is mine. And he was literally guarding that space. Paul got a 150-gallon tank. I was like, he got like 2 up on me on that one.
Yeah, it's interesting that angelfish can live with the cichlids, because I know that cichlids can be nippy, and with the angelfish having those fins that like flare out, is interesting that they can live with them.
Well, I have not. If I'm correct, is a type of cichlid.
Yeah, but they're even like, if you think about even like maybe the convict cichlids or the Jack Dempsey cichlids, they can't live with other cichlids. So it's like, yeah, we cousins, but
right.
Yeah, we can't do that. And so it's always very interesting to me, because angelfish look so angelic,
delicate, yes,
and beautiful, and then you got these cichlids swimming around like what? Like, yeah. And so it's always interesting when I see an aquarium with them cohabitating. So I do like that. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely have to have the space. Like the fish that I have right now, I definitely couldn't put them in a 10-gallon size tank, because I'd probably wake up with one fish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Crazy Arrow Home said I've had angelfish. I don't know why I can't see that whole message. Yeah, they gotta. They're less aggressive when they're from the same lake. So, like, you have African cichlids, and then there's cichlids that are not from Africa. They are
some are from Lake Malawi and oh gosh, let me look it up. And they aren't from the same. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back.
So yeah. So having fish is just really entertaining. Like, they're out right now. And the one that I have that's on an albino, he's actually orange. Like, he looks like a little playfish. Like, if you could say he was remember going to the arcade and you're like a fish, that's how fake he looked. But he's an albino, but he has the red eyes. And it's just gorgeous. As I sit over here and look at my sushi next to me, as soon as we're showing 2 different lakes in Africa. So,
yeah, I'm trying to find the other one. Come on, Paul, throw it in the chat.
Well, he said there's 2 different lakes in
Tanganyika and Malawi.
Oh, okay.
Those are the 2 large ones. Yeah. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the ones that I've normally gotten are the Malawi.
Now, when you got your
upgrade my tank, I know I don't need to do that. Stop it.
Talking about I took the fish that were in this aquarium. They're living in a bucket. Like, how wrong am I?
I've done that before. It's just like letting your plant live in a jar. I don't know. It can, but is that really correct? I don't know.
Right. But I know we're not talking about plants, but I was just telling Tanira earlier today, it was like the ZZ plant that she just held up, and how how she has that one in water and it's rooting, but also can be planted in dirt, and like you could probably go a good 3-4 weeks and not add any water to their
Yeah.
dirt.
Oh, that's why
They can
we
be
take
like
them.
dry,
Yeah.
like African desert dry. Like you could pick the whole plant up and it'd be just the dirt.
Yeah.
It'd be dry. So yeah, so just different things acclimate different, and that's what makes the world that we live in wonderful, and the things that we have been blessed with in beauty, and fish being one of them. It is so amazing. So I'm sitting here looking at the fish, and yes, like I said, I got sushi over here to my right. I love salmon. I love bluegills. Grill them, fry them up. My dad used to be a bass fisherman, like for trophies. My sister actually has some of those still at the house. I need to ask her for one of those. I would say she'd be, I don't know. Courtney, can I have one of Daddy's fish? But yeah, like, and I remember going on fishing with my dad one time. Okay, this is just a story. And we got out to the middle of the lake and it started raining. OMG, trying to get off the water before it starts raining too hard. Felt like somebody was throwing rocks. Like, I was like, ow, ow, ow.
Yeah.
It's literally like hovering down because but that was one of the fun moments that I can remember with my daddy.
Nice.
Going fishing.
Going fishing.
But yeah, I don't see. Let me see. Do we have any other comments in here? You got a tank for who? Me, Paul? Okay. Because the fish that I had in there before, I guess I should say, the kind of fish you got in the bucket that you took them out for the cichlid. So I got some gouramis and some tetras.
Gouramis.
Yeah. So gouramis, kind of the ones that I have, like were the orange belly with the blue body. So before I was like, because I was trying to like not transition from this tank to them, but it came up that I had the opportunity to support a smaller business to get the cichlids. I just made it happen, and so now I definitely need to get a tank for my other fish so that they can be like, "Can you get me out this dark bucket? We can't see. There's no light."
Yeah, I remember the gouramis.
But yeah. All right. Well, it is 9:34. Do we have any comments that anybody can see anywhere else that we're not missing? I think we hit a lot of points this evening. Like Tanera said, she was gonna sit back and just listen. She did just that. But it was, like you said, the stories of your dad, and now you probably have dreams about fish.
I know.
You think about when you were a kid and your dad having those aquariums.
Yep.
When you have a dream about fish, that means somebody's pregnant. That's what
I was gonna say. Ain't nobody up in this tank right here, and y'all bets not be. Oh my goodness, I would crack up. I just had
would not.
I would be like, if it was,
yeah,
I can't even say nothing.
Straight up attitude.
Oh my goodness. So with that being said, if Tanera, you want to close us out since you didn't have too much to say this evening.
No. Strange things, huh? When I don't have much to say. Yes, well, we thank you, everyone who joined us tonight, and those who are watching on the replay, #replay. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast tonight, talking about fish. We at the Three Wise Pet Pros, we talk about all kinds of pets. So it's not just cats and dogs around here. We want to include everyone. So thank you. And if you have any more comments or questions about fish or their habitats, feel free to put them in the chat below and we'll answer them. And don't forget to follow us and share so that our audience can just grow and grow. We appreciate you. We love you, and we'll see you next week from the Three Wise Pet Pros.
Share some pictures of y'all fish tanks. I would love to see some of those environments that you have.
Dive on in.
Crazy air homes.
Let's
Love
see.
it.
Let's see some stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
All right. Good night.
Peace.